Okay, hi and welcome to the first class of Appium. In this class, we'll be talking about what is Appium, what are the basics of Appium, and how to use it. Now, we have various tools for your mobile automation. You name it as Calabash, Appium, Cylinder, iOS driver. But we guys are learning and we will be working over Appium. Now the concern is this: why Appium only? Because normally, if I'm learning any tool, okay, the first question that will come in my mind: I'm learning this tool. Why I'm learning this tool? Why not the other one? Why this tool is better? Even if in my company, suppose if you all are you're working professionals, you go to a company and you pitch to a client that okay, we'll be performing automation in Appium or Android or iOS driver. You need to have some data points for that. So first of all, we'll be talking about those data points like why Appium and why not other tools. We can say what is there in Appium that make it more advantages over the other tools present in the market. If I come here, let me annotate it. Just a second. So the first tool that I'm talking here is like in the market trend, it's Sell Android. Okay, another one is your Appium. Third one is iOS driver. Fourth one is Calabash. Then you have Espresso. You have Robotium. Okay, and XCUI test. Look, this XCUI test is a part of your Appium only. Now, these are the variety of tools that are present in the market. Okay, so first of all, what I'll do is we'll distinguish between this Android, Appium, Calabash, and iOS driver, and then we'll switch to this Robotium and other tools. So what I'll do is let's go with some pictorial representation. Like this is my Android, Appium, iOS driver. Guys, please go on mute. Thank you. And the fourth one is Calabash. So the first one here is with the name Appium. This is what.
Excuse me, one thing. There's so much of noise. This is very disturbing. The noise is coming. Can you please ask everyone to go on mute?
Guys, it's a genteel request. Please go on mute until unless you have any doubt. That would be very appreciable. So we have the Android, and the after that we have your iOS driver, and okay, the recording is on, and the fourth one is your Calabash. Okay, we'll also talk about others. So first of all, I'll discuss these four and then I'll switch to others. We are just searching the answer why Appium. Okay, till the time we get this answer, I think we cannot move further. So what is this Appium all about? What is Appium? What are the advantages? So first of all, this Appium can be used in iOS, Android. So you can use in both the types, whether you have your iPhone app, you have your Android apps. So this is pretty used. Whether your Cell Android, this is only used in case of your Android apps. Similarly, your iOS driver, this is only used for your iPhone apps. So look, normally if I go in the market, I have to use basically two different tools for testing any app. So I want to use that tool. Like this iOS driver, this Android, these are specific to the platforms. Okay, where platform means the operating system. Like your Android, iPhone, you have BD, you have your Symbian. So this is more or less a platform specific. So this is a main disadvantage. Okay, that we won't be using these tools, we'll be using Appium over it. Now coming to the Calabash. Yes, Calabash works with your iPhone, and Android. Okay, now coming to the next one. The next one here is your Appium works with no APK mode. There is a mode called no APK. So first of all, what is this term APK here? I use the term APK. Now what? Sorry. I use the term APK. What is this APK? There is one more term called DMG. Then there is one more term called EXE. And there is one more term called APP. So anyone knows about these terms? Okay, leave this APK, leave this APP. I just want to talk about this DMG and EXE. Anyone know about this DMG or EXE? Yes? Yeah, someone was saying something. Okay, what is this DMG or EXE? Where we use it? Anyone? Any idea? Yes, actually, my method of teaching is I go with a two-way approach so that it becomes more interactive. No, not with this approach. Okay. Anyone knows about, okay, you guys have your Mac system or Windows system, first of all? It's an open question to all. Right now, you're taking
Windows.
okay, so you all have your Windows machine. So if I say you go to some website and download any antivirus or download anything, any XYZ software, what is the extension of that? .exe, right?
Yes.
Yes. So how your Windows machine recognizes that software? Because like if I'm downloading that software in Mac, I cannot use it. For Mac, you have a specific format that is .dmg. If your extension is having .dmg, it means that it could be installed in Mac. Now, how your Mac recognizes it, what your Mac system or a Windows system does is, these extensions are pretty stored in their memory. So what they say that, okay, if there is an extension called .exe, okay, it means it's an executable that can be executed in your Windows machine. Similarly, in case of your Android, if it is having extension .apk, it means that it is accepted by your Android operating system, and that file specifically can be installed in your Android phone, and you basically call it as an app. You say like, I have this app in my phone, I have Google Maps, I have WhatsApp, I have Facebook, I have different apps in my phone. So that apps are having the specific extension that is .apk. If this .apk extension is not present, you cannot install that specific software into your Android phone. Similarly, for your Windows, it need to have a specific format that is app. Okay, if it's a Play Store or it's not from a Play Store, that totally depends. That I'll discuss in later about that also. So coming back, here it is saying that no APK mode. Like it means that whether you have your like if you want to automate your WhatsApp, the most common app. So we all are WhatsApp users. Now you want to automate it. How you can automate it? Okay. Normally I'll say that okay, yeah, I need the extension, I need a file that contains your WhatsApp build, I'll just automate it. But Appium says that if you have your APK, that is good. But if you don't have your APK, still you can automate it without the help of any APK like WhatsApp. Okay, it's pretty like suppose you are working in a firm, okay, and you get the build from your developers. They send you the build, then you start automating it. But what if they are directly deploying it over Google Play or App Store? Then how can you test it? Because in that case, it would be somewhat difficult to extract that specific APK or the app file. So how will you move in that case? So Appium gives you leverage to automate those apps in a fine-tuned way. And what is that fine-tuned way? We'll be discussing about in the forthcoming lectures. Similarly, if I talk of Selendroid, what Selendroid says that if you don't have APK, you cannot automate it. So you need a APK in case of your Selendroid. And Similarly, if I talk of iOS driver, you also need the app file. The file is executable file is needed. Okay. Similarly, in case of your Calabash, you don't need your APK. No APK. Now, what I say that like if I talk of this Android and iOS driver, they are out of picture. Okay, they are not in the competition also with your Appium and Calabash. Now it comes to Appium and Calabash. If I go for the comparison, what Appium does is Appium gives you privilege that you could use multiple languages already. Like you could write your code in Java, you could write your code in Ruby, you can say that you could use Python, okay, and yeah, there are 2 3 more like C sharp also there is. Okay, so there are a number of languages that is better.
I have one query. Can we use C# for Appium also?
Look for C sharp currently, they are just kind of emulating their new processes. So most probably by 2019 June, you'll be getting a stable version for your C sharp API.
Okay.
Right now it's in the beta mode, because if you go to the guidelines also, they're saying that it's under beta mode, because what they are doing the target is they're going to target each and every language, so that there is no language bar for using APM.
Okay.
So if I excuse me. So similarly, if I talk of Calabash, it only uses your Ruby with BDD, that is behavior driven development, and only because due to your language bar, this Calabash is not used by your many developers, because you need to use your Cucumber and all that stuff, and it's a bit difficult compared to your Java and other programming languages. So only due to this reason, your Calabash is not used much than your APM. Now coming back, suppose like because as we know that Android has a major market share of apps over your iPhone apps. So if I talk that like I have APM, I have some Android, and I just want to automate the Android app. Right now I'm not targeting iPhone apps. So then which one to choose? Because look, in Android also I can automate Android. In APM I can automate Android. This also gives okay. This also gives you multi-language support. So this also gives multi-language, but only the difference is that okay, I need APK where I don't have APK. But you can say that okay, it's fine. Like I'm working very close. We have very close bond with the developers, so we can get the APK, we can get the executable file, and we can automate it. Then the question here is which one tool to choose. Okay, whether you should choose APM or you should choose Android. Okay, so before I move further to this difference, anyone has any doubt in this session till there, like the basic difference I'm talking about? Any query? Anything is not clear? Okay, fine. So before I go further with this APM and Selenoid, that which because this is the most common question in case of your interviews also. Okay, and mostly people used to come to me and they ask me that okay, we are as a new pie into this mobile automation industry, which tool should we learn that could help us in getting better jobs or something like that, or better career? Even in the interview points also this question is being asked. APM and Selenoid, I'll be laying emphasis more and more over your APM and Selenoid. So before moving to this APM and Selenoid, I just want to discuss about this Robotium, Espresso, and XCUI test. XCUI test is a kind of a extension test that is being given by your iPhone apps, and that is kind of a unit testing. So this unit testing is not done by your test engineers. Like we guys, we are test engineers. So this test is mainly your UI test, kind of UI, not exactly. They go with the functional test also. So what APM has done is they have elaborated this XUI test into their APM framework only, so that we don't have to go and learn some different test modules of that. Similarly, if I talk of this Espresso is the normal your UI testing that is being done by your Android developers before releasing a build, because just they want to check that okay, they have, if in a screen there are 4 to 5 buttons, you just want to check that whether it's working fine or not, so they run the Espresso test in their testing. Okay, even this is not done by your test engineers, because this is not your end-to-end testing. We as a test engineers, when we go for automation, we go for end-to-end testing. And this is not the case, because in Expresso, you have to mock your each and every service. You don't call the real services. So the automation, the whole process of automation is not being, let's say, achieved in the case of your Expresso. Now coming back to your APM and Android. So many people confuse between whether to use APM or Android, but what I believe is the question should be when to use Android and when to use APM. Let me clear it. Let me annotate it. Just give me a second.
Before going further, one small request. This noise is still not solved, and at times it is disturbing. It is
Like I was saying that the question should be when to use Android and when to use Appium. So if I talk about your Appium, we have different levels. Like you may say that, okay, before Appium, okay, if I talk about, there are the different levels of your Android phones. Okay, like there was 2x version, then there was some 3x version, then there was some 4x version, 5x version, and you have your 7x version, 8x version, 9x version. Okay, so what is this 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 7x, 8x, and 9x? Now, if I talk about, these are the different OS versions of your Android phones. Like most of you might be having your Android phone or iPhone. So the guys who are Android users, so they might have feel that like they have 8x version, that is your nougat version, 7x version, then there was some 5x version. Okay, so Android has some different versions. Okay, every time it launch a new OS, then give it as a version. Like sooner there would be 8x, 9x version being rolled. Now there is the eighth version being rolled up in the market. Okay, earlier there was a 7, then you are having the 6th version. There was a Marshmallow. So mostly, if you are Android user, you might be aware of the fact that they give the names of some candies. They use the name of some candies. Okay, so please be on mute only, guys. Don't unmute your headphones until unless you have some concern. So normally people, like if I talk of journal people, what they say that they talk of in terms of your OS. Like, okay, I got my phone updated. Now I have 8th version of phone, or I have 9th version of phone. I have 7th version of phone. My operating system is 7.1.1. We generally talk in these terms. But your developers, they talk in terms of your API levels. They never say that I have made a build that will work over your Marshmallow, that is 6.0 version. Okay, that will work over your, you may say, Nougat. Okay, they don't say it like this. They say that I have made a build that will work over this API level to this API level. So this story of API level starts from 11, then you have 12, and it carries till 17, and now it's 28, and very soon Android is going to launch 29 also version of that would be more compatible with your 9x phones. Okay, now what is this API level and what does this API level correspond to? Now if I say that like from 12 to 16 and 17 till so on, so these are the two bifurcations. So your Salendroid works for the API level 11 till 16. Okay, and your Appium works from 17 till 28, and sooner they'll be giving the support of 29 as soon as Android is going to launch it. So your Cell Android works till your Android device 4.4.1.1. That is your KitKat version of the phones. But if you'll see that in the market, I think now there are very less users who are using your fourth generation phone. These are kind of becoming obsolete in the market. Everyone is having at least more than six, and Google itself is going to, you may say that, stop the support of the previous, like this previous fourth, third, and second generation phone by March 2019. So now if your client says that he has specific requirement that he wants to target these devices, like suppose they want to target the devices that are having operating system lower than 4.1.1 or 4.4.4. Okay. In that cases, you may go for Cell Android, but if he's targeting a greater one, then you have to choose Appium. Now this is the answer to the question that whether to choose Appium or Cell Android. Now you guys are in the more better position to answer that which tool to choose. And now you can convince your client that why are you choosing Appium and not any other tool. Fine. So now, if I move further to this Appium story only, guys, today I'll be just giving you the overview of Appium only. We won't be writing any code snip and nothing. Tomorrow we'll be going with the installation stuff. Okay. After that, we'll switch to this programming. We'll download the say dependencies. We'll download more stuff, and we'll be moving further. So coming back, the main, you may say, advantage of using Appium. Okay, the main advantage of using Appium, you can say that it works over grid. Like suppose if I give you a small example, like this is your main system, like this is my computer, and you may attach three Android. Sorry, what you can do is you can attach three different Android phones, okay, at the same instance of time, and you can run your code in three different devices, and you can actually see at the same instance of time how your app is behaving in three different devices. Okay, this property is called, as you may say, scalability factor, and the proper terminology used for it is called as a grid, because you are placing different devices in your grid and you're trying to use it. Now, I just want to show you one link. This is a Perfecto website. Okay, actually, how many have you heard about the terminology GitLab, or something like GitHub?
Yeah, I have heard about that.
Okay, basically GitHub is a repository where you keep your code. Okay, and most probably what GitHub used to do is they used to, just a second, they used to generate some. Okay, guys, just a second. Okay, this chat window is visible to all, right? Let me make it to everyone. And this one. Okay, guys, I have pinged you a link. I think you have got that. You got the link? No.
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 What the hell is this? Why it's not going? Just give me a second. What happened? Okay, please copy this thing. I'm unable to send. I don't know what happened to this WebEx thing. If you'll open this link, okay, you could see this link from here. Guys?
Yes.
Okay, this is
Yes.
a
Yes.
simple link. Means this is nothing you have to download. Just I want that you could open this link in your system and you could see the actual rating. Look, this is my Selenium tool. Then I have Appium, Espresso, XCUI test, and then I have a Calabash one.
We can we got link on chat.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I think WebEx is pretty slow. Okay. If you'll come down at the GitHub rankings, okay, and you could see that look, this Selenium is having 787 stars. Your Appium is having 2444 stars. Espresso is not eligible. Similarly, your X8 because these are platform specific. And your Calabash is having 1930 stars. Means your Appium is capturing the maximum market. They have their maximum test engineers who are using this tool because it has more advantage over the tool. So GitHub often used to release their ranking after a year or two. Okay, so this is the latest ranking for your GitHub for your Appium one. Look, this is just FYI. You don't need to act anything over it. So just for a knowledge so that you could clearly know about this Appium. Now coming back, like if I say that I made a small presentation kind of like to discuss about this Appium cell Android. So we have discussed most of the points here. Just we are just left with this WebDriver wire protocol. Now if I come back, now what is this WebDriver wire protocol? Because if you go to your interviews, okay, this is the first question that you will be asked if you're appearing for your mobile automation interview, that what is this WebWire protocol? So anyone has heard about this WebWire JSON protocol or something like that? Okay, you guys have 2 minutes, just think over it. Till the time I make this pictorial presentation. Okay, Samir, what's it?
This is a protocol which Selenium uses to convert the Selenium commands into a JSON. And this JSON is read by Appium server at a given port and convert back those commands into the user action using that JSON which is converted, is having the Selenium commands.
Exactly right. Very well done. This is the exact functionality of your JSON wire protocol. What I'll do is I'll just simplify it. Okay, so this is my web. Let me change the color. That is called as your JSON wire protocol. Okay, so this way your interaction takes place. So your Appium would be interacting with your mobile app with the help of Android command, and it would be interact this whole mechanism of your interaction. This is your JSON wire protocol. So it will inject a JSON into your mobile app so that it could get the specific desired capabilities or desired properties that it want to inject and work accordingly. So in the next classes we'll be discussing about this. What is this JSON wire? Excuse me. What is this JSON wire protocol? How your Appium injects the same into your phone? What are the different properties that we need to ensure that when we are using your JSON wire protocol? Okay, so this basically covers your introduction to Appium, that what is your Appium, why Appium, and what are the different protocols being used, and why it is better than its existing marketing tools. So in the next class, we'll be talking about like what is the medium uses for the installation and how to install Appium, what are the supporting softwares regarding that. So let me pause it. First of all, anyone has any concern before I pause the recording? Okay, I take it as a no.